unusual couple, you know?
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
WandaVision is the MCU's first series on Disney Plus, and before I get into it, this is going to be full of spoilers for WandaVision. You have been warned. I was excited for this show for a few reasons. One, it looked completely different than what we normally get in the MCU. And also, it just looked like the production of the show was just amazing. It looked like they spent a lot of money to make it look like a real movie. And obviously with the MCU, I'm a big fan. I'm excited for anything they make because they haven't really missed yet. I'm happy to say that WandaVision was a success. I thought that this was a very unique show, especially for the MCU. It's definitely their strangest thing they've ever done. Kevin Feige made a smart and good choice with making this the first product of Phase 4, the first series on Disney Plus, because not only is this show very weird and unique, but it's very interesting and just a good show, and it also opens up a lot of possibilities and a lot of doors for the MCU moving forward. My favorite part about this show is Wanda. They go really deep into her character, make her a lot more complex than she already is, and very interesting. You really feel for her. You understand why she made this big hex on accident, this big anomaly or bubble or whatever. You understand why. She's just in great pain. All she has seen her whole entire life is just shit. It's been all shit the whole entire time. My favorite episode of the series is when Agatha takes Wanda to different parts of her life that really affected and changed her. The episode develops Wanda's character even more and her relationship with Vision, and also just fills in the gaps of some things that happen in the MCU, especially with Age of Ultron, that I really enjoyed. There's a lot of mystery in this show, and I really enjoyed that. I was surprised by that. There's a lot of clues they throw at you, and you kind of have to piece everything together to really understand what's going on. Like I said before, the production in the show is great. I would get excited every Friday for an episode because it felt like I was watching another mini MCU movie. The show takes some risks and makes some interesting choices, like bringing in Quicksilver from X-Men, which I was really excited about, but it turns out that wasn't real. His real name's Boner. That still opens up the possibility of a multiverse, which I really hope they go for, because like I said, I just want some new and weird shit. But who knows? A lot of these fan theories turned out to be wrong, except for Agatha. I think everyone saw that coming, though. But it seemed like the show opened up a lot of doors for the multiverse with powerful characters, witchcraft, magic, just a whole different side of the MCU. But now I gotta talk about my issues with the show, because the show's not perfect. The first 2 episodes I still don't think are very good. Even knowing what happens and having all the clues and rewatching the first 2 episodes, you'd notice some hints and clues and things that are thrown in there to foreshadow some things. I still think the first 2 episodes are slow. I know that they're going for those throwback sitcoms from the 50s and 60s, but I can't help myself thinking you're just watching a shitty sitcom for the first 2 episodes with not much driving the plot. And that turned a lot of people off at first. I know a lot of people watched the first 2 episodes and said, that's not for me, I'm not going to watch the rest of the series. Which, if that's you, you should try again, because this show is great. But the first 2 episodes, I will admit, was a very slow start to this series. Now let's talk about the finale. I think it was fine. I just think it was a little underwhelming. There are some great moments in it, like the part where Wanda finally says goodbye to Vision and has some real closure, and when we finally get to see her as Scarlet Witch. I think that's all great. And I'm not saying it's underwhelming because we didn't get that character reveal that everyone thought was going to happen because the actors and the actresses were hinting at that, which I don't know why you would hint at that if you know that wasn't going to happen. You're just going to piss people off. But that's not why I felt like it was underwhelming. But I feel like there's some questions that we'll just never get answers to. Like, I get the show's over and there's going to be questions that you have moving forward and you'll eventually get answers to them. But there's some I just feel like we're never going to get the answers to them. Like, why is Evil Vision just as powerful as normal Vision? Because Evil Vision doesn't have the Mind Stone. So how is he so powerful? And this is a question that we'll probably get answered to, but when real Vision, or I guess fake Vision, like tapped him on the head and he became like Vision, does that mean Vision's alive? But he's in this like pale body? We'll probably get answers to those questions, but I just don't understand how Evil Vision is so powerful. I also thought fake Vision fighting Evil Vision wasn't that interesting at all, and I just felt like the finale was just edited in a really weird way. It was like very choppy. It seemed like there were some shots that were missing. I don't know, I felt like the finale was disappointing considering that the show has been pretty good up until that point. I don't think it's a bad finale. I think they wrap some things up pretty well. There's some satisfying moments and they open the doors for a lot new shit in the MCU. But like I said before, considering how the show was progressing and how well it was so far, I thought it was going to be the best episode of the series, and it wasn't, which is a bummer. In the end, though, I'm very happy how WandaVision turned out. I think it's a great first Disney Plus MCU series, and it's a great way to start Phase 4. I liked how weird, different, and unique the show was compared to what we normally get in the MCU. I think it developed Wanda's character extremely well, and the production of the show was great. It felt like I was watching a new movie every single Friday. The only issues I have with this show is I think it started off pretty slow, and I didn't like some of the things that happened in the finale. And there's some side characters I could care less about, like the sword dickhead guy. Like, we've seen that before. Evil government guy with Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, we've seen that before. I could care less. Anytime I cut to him, I got kind of bored. But overall, I am satisfied to see how WandaVision turned out, and I'm excited to see what the MCU does next. I'm going to give WandaVision 8 Davy Daves. Well, now we got The Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming out in 2 weeks. They really know how to time this shit, don't they? I'm actually excited for that show now. Before, I was kind of like, whatever, when I saw the trailer. Like, action series on Disney Plus, MCU. Probably throwaway or whatever. But after watching WandaVision and how that turned out, I'm excited. Production is probably going to be great. It's going to be like watching a movie every single week. I'm excited. The MCU, of course, once again, has not missed. So, WandaVision, the series finale aired today. I'm curious to hear what you guys thought, and maybe some theories or anything like that. What you think the MCU is going to do moving forward, I want to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave's Takes.